the Royal Daily Tea YouTube channel. Please be advised all of my videos are for entertainment purposes only, based 100% on my own opinion, my own theories, and my own research. All of my information can be found on the public domain and falls under the fair use guidelines. Please feel free to do your own research. Hi everyone, it's Michelle and welcome back to the Royal Daily Tea. So happy TGIF, happy Friday. Friday is one of my favorite days of the week because I know I'm going to have a weekend to have a few days off and relax. I don't know about you, but Friday night is always pizza night in my house. I enjoy a really good pizza, a glass of wine, and a really good movie. Right now, I'm still watching Becoming Elizabeth on the Starz network, but I'm also watching Flowers in the Attic, the prequel that's on Lifetime right now on Saturdays. So let me know if you also are watching this series on Lifetime. It's really, really good. It is the prequel to the Flowers in the Attic. This one's about the grandmother. So if you watch any of those series that has been on Lifetime, you guys really need to check this one out. But we have a lot of royal tea to get into today. So sit back and relax, grab yourself a beverage, and let's get into the Royal Daily Tea. So I found an article on the Daily Mail, I think it came out a couple of years ago, talking about an African-American woman from California by the name of Rose Hulse, who married into the British aristocracy in 2017. Now, she married her husband, George Hulse, who is the grandson of a baronet. Now, they were married in 2017 at St. George's Church in London, and she also had a royal reception at Spencer House, which is owned by Princess Diana's brother. She is the CEO and founder of Screen Hits TV and has two beautiful daughters with her husband. So if anyone can talk about being an African American and moving up in British society, especially, you know, in the upper crust aristocracy, she definitely would have that experience. Now, she said she was very saddened to hear about Harry and Meghan when Harry and Meghan, you know, did the Oprah Winfrey interview, when they talked about the racism within the royal family, and when they did Megxit, because she felt that Meghan really did have a missed opportunity to represent people of color on a worldwide stage. Now, when she came into the family, she knew ahead of time that she was going to have to deal with a lot of old crusty dudes. You know, a lot of people who didn't want to see a black woman marrying into the aristocracy. She was an American, she was a woman of color, she was an outsider. Most of the people within her husband's circle were people who were in that society, people who have known each other for dozens of years, whose parents knew each other's parents and grandparents and so on, and they were deeply rooted in their own British traditions, that as an African American, her stepping into their world, they definitely were going to have a lot of prejudices and preconceived notions about who she was. And so when she walked in there, she already knew that people were going to judge her on other things besides her skin color. And we all know when you're dating someone new and you walk into that family barbecue for the first day, people are going to be like, is she wearing white after Labor Day? I mean, did she really blend that foundation in? Did she get that dress from Ross? I mean, does she have any style? What's her education? What's her background? People are snotty. People are catty. People are very protective over their friends, their loved ones, their associates. So when you're the new person and you're coming to meet their significant, you know, you're coming to meet your significant other's families, you're going to be judged. You're walking into the lion's den. People are going to have preconceived notions about you already. We all know this. And what do you have to do? You have to walk in there and try to convince people, hey, I'm a nice person. I'm not a gold digger. I have an education. I'm not here for the wrong reasons. So when you walk in there, you're going to have a lot of people judging you. And we already know it's going to happen. People want to size you up. They want to find out, who is this chick? Who is this guy? What are their intentions, right? Everyone gets raked over the coals when you're the new person being introduced to a group, but especially with a significant other. And if you're another race, another religion, well, you're going to have even more misconceptions and prejudice that you're going to have to overcome and prove to people your worth. So I love the fact that Rose, when she walked into this family and fell in love with this man from an upper class family, the young folk call it, she understood the assignment. Okay? She understood the assignment. She already knew that people were going to not like her. They were going to be prejudiced against her. They were going to judge her, not only because of her skin color, but so many other things. And she knew there was a lot of traditions, unspoken rules, etiquette that she was going to have to learn to be embraced and move along the circles of the upper class society. And she did it. She respected them. They learned to respect her. They realized she was a beautiful, educated woman of class and worth. And she knew over time that she was just going to have to prove them wrong, that they were going to have to take all of their preconceived notions and, judgments of her and replace that with, okay, she's a great woman. So her advice to Megan was to go in there and to take the high road, to ignore the naysayers, to find a confidant, someone that you can trust within the family, but to understand the rules and the traditions. Now, Megan, when Megan walked into the royal family, she didn't know the assignment. She didn't want to know the assignment. She lied and told people, I didn't get Duchess training. I didn't even know the anthem. I didn't even know how to curtsy, which is a complete lie. She was given Duchess training. She had many people trying to help her. Kate tried to help her. This woman didn't want to learn the rules. She wanted to break the rules. She wanted to bend the rules, and she wanted to create new rules and modernize the royal family to her liking. When she came into the royal family, she had zero interest in doing what she was supposed to do. If you're going to marry the sixth in line to the throne and get the title of being a duchess and be a working senior royal family member, you have a responsibility to put your job and your duty before yourself. But Megan didn't want to do that. Megan wanted to come in there and be Megan from the Teague, Megan from Suits. I'm a movie star, y'all. I'm a political activist, but I'm a duchess. She literally just wanted to play the part. She didn't really want to dive in. She didn't want to learn the rules. When she was on tour, she thought everything was stupid. Why are these people here? Why do we have to be here? This is dumb. I don't want to do this. That's part of the job, part of the tradition. And she literally did not want to do that. She did not know the assignment. And that is why she failed. Now, Rose's advice to Megan would have been, my advice would have been to understand the structure in which the royal family operates in and to do your best to not take anything personally. I would have encouraged her to understand the sensitivities around second sons, service, and duty, and to seriously consider all she would be giving up for love. She would have been the first acknowledged member of the royal family with African descent, and with that comes great responsibility, followed by anger, jealousy, and people trying to push her to fail just to prove that everyone's concerns were correct. She would have always had to be one step ahead to rise above all of the challenges and represent with dignity and prove everyone wrong who doubts that she is not suited for this role and position. Finally, Rose adds, quote, I would have suggested she finds a confidant inside the family that she could trust and always speak to if things become too difficult. Now, Rose is very happily married to her husband. She has definitely, embraced herself in this country, in the culture. She says she even loves rainy holidays in the Scottish Highlands. And last year, she became a British citizen. Now, that is how you do it. If you're going to marry into a certain society where there's etiquette rules and structure and tradition, you don't come in and say, well, I'm going to change everything to make it fit around what I want. You have to learn, can I fit into this society? Is it going to work for me? What do I have to give up? Am I willing to sacrifice that for the man or woman that I love? And am I the person who can come in there and be a part of this family? to not be a working royal and to stay an actress. They literally were going to let her do that, but she said no. She wanted to be the Duchess, and she wanted to walk around and try to be Princess Diana 2.0. And then when she realized that she wasn't and she had to follow the rules, she didn't like it anymore. It was no longer fun. She was a civil servant in a tiara, and she thought, nah, I'm going to go back to Hollywood because I'm a really big star now. Oprah knows who I am. Oprah wants to be my friend. You know, Oprah didn't know how to spell her name until she got engaged to Harry. Okay, but now Oprah's my bestie. So let's go back to Hollywood, Harry. We can be number one. So I love the fact that Rose is a successful, beautiful, intelligent woman who has her own career, but also successfully married into the British aristocracy. She's raising 2 beautiful daughters, but she understood the assignment. She understood what she was against, what she had to do in order to make it work within the society. And she said, yes, she did have the odd rude comment from people and she got a little side eye, but most of the people were very lovely and kind and embracing of her. And she felt that Meghan had a wonderful opportunity, that the people of Britain were excited for her, and that she was sad that Meghan kind of walked away from that opportunity. And I think this woman, if anyone, could definitely have given Meghan some real life pointers. Unfortunately, they never met, but this would have been an awesome opportunity for Meghan to see a real classy woman of color do it correctly and marry into the British aristocracy. So now we're going to switch gears and go over to some European royals. So the Monaco royals, Princess Charlene and Prince Albert, just celebrated their 11th wedding anniversary. The couple were married on July 1st, 2011. The same year as Will and Catherine, so congratulations to the couple. Now, unfortunately, Charlene and Albert have had a very interesting marriage, to say the least. It definitely has been riddled with a lot of controversies, but they did release a beautiful photo where Charlene is wearing a Louis Vuitton gown, a little bit of a retro teal-colored gown. It's a gorgeous gown. Princess Charlene is very tall. She's around 6 foot. She's a former Olympian. She was a swimmer for South Africa, her native country. A gorgeous woman. She definitely has a very picturesque model physique. She looks absolutely stunning, and she looks healthy. She looks like she's put some weight back on. She did have a very bad illness during most of 2021. She was stuck in South Africa. She was away from her husband and her children due to a very bad ear, nose, and throat infection. Although many people do speculate that there was also a trial separation between the couple. They do seem very tense together. Now, to kind of go back in history, they were together for 11 years when they got married in 2011. And Prince Albert, he's a little bit of a playboy. He is the late Princess Grace's son, and he is the heir and the crown prince of Monaco. He does have at least 3 illegitimate children that were, he had with several women outside of his marriage to Charlene. 2 of them he has recognized and he does support financially, although they have no titles or no claim to the throne because they are illegitimate. When he got engaged to Charlene in 2011, it is rumored that she tried to escape 3 times before her wedding. It was rumored that there is a 4th or 3rd possible illegitimate child, that I believe there's a lawsuit surrounding the paternity of that. And of course, they were dating at the time they were engaged, and here she's finding out that her husband-to-be might have fathered another child with yet another woman. So apparently that didn't go over very well with her. It is rumored she tried to escape in France. When she was trying on a wedding gown, she tried to escape a 2nd time, but she was found at the airport, and believed the night before her wedding, she also tried to escape, and the royal guards found her and took her back. Now, the rumor is that they entered their marriage kind of a business arrangement where he pretty much said, marry me and produce an heir, because he needed to have a male heir to continue his line on the throne. It's like a big deal with Monaco and France. And so they got married, in 2000. So they got married. And during their wedding, you guys, she cried the entire time. These were not tears of joy. She looked miserable. Think of Prince Harry. This was her on her wedding day. The poor woman cried so much that there was one point, if I could find the clip, I'll play it, where he literally leaned over and he was like, stop crying. It was so bad that it is rumored that during their honeymoon in South Africa, they stayed at separate hotels, guys. They didn't even spend their wedding night together. They were in different hotels during their honeymoon. Yeah, that doesn't sound very good. But in 2014, they did welcome a pair of twins, a boy and a girl, Jacques and Gabriella. And of course, Jacques is the heir to the throne because in Monaco, they are one of the countries who still believes that males are the ones who inherit the throne. So even though there was twins, the son is now the heir to the throne. But anyways, it is now rumored that, she fulfilled her part of the bargain. So she was in South Africa for literally 10 months due to her ear, nose, and throat infection. She was there for one of her charities and then became very, very ill. Now, the sad thing, or the weird thing, is that Albert and the children came to visit her one time toward the end of her illness. She had to have a couple of surgeries. They came and visited her one time, and it was very awkward. And then she flew home for the Christmas holidays. Here's the weird thing. She flies home after being gone for like 10 months. And within 24 hours, she is literally whisked away to an undisclosed location, and she disappears from public life for 5 months, and nobody knows where she is. They won't say where she's located, why she's there. She's just gone. So she literally goes home for a day, and then she's whisked away after being gone for 10 months. I'm like, that is suspicious. Then when she finally emerges, she started making public appearances, I believe like 2 or 3 months ago. But again, they don't look happy. The body language is really off. It looks very forced. She looks miserable, looks very, very strained. The body language guy, I believe, analyzed a couple of their photos. It is rumored that he is now paying her, again, this is rumor, that he's paying her $5 million a year to stay married and to go with him to perform, royal duties. And so now she's with him in public. You've seen her at quite a few events, but again, she definitely stands 20 feet away from him. She'll be with the kids. They don't look happily married, in my opinion. They look miserable. I feel like they're just going through the motions, just performing their jobs for the public. I think the body language is completely off with these two. But again, they just celebrated their 11th wedding anniversary. This is the first anniversary they've celebrated together in 2 years. So, you know what? I wish them well. I hope that they're happy and everything. But you can just tell when their body language, they don't look like they're happy. In my personal opinion, I think she's going to wait until the children are 18 and then she's out. She's got 8 more years or 10 more years and she's out. She's fulfilling her royal duty and her obligation. Look, if I had some man pay me $5 million a year, I would have the biggest smile on my damn face. Where you want me to be, honey? I'll be there 20 minutes early. Let me put my lipstick on. Let me get my heels on. Let me get my hair done. I'll be there with bells on, and I'll even smile and laugh at the camera. Okay? I'll do that for $500,000. Seriously, I'm cheap. So apparently she's getting paid a lot of money to play the part of the wife, but she looks miserable in all of the photos. It's like, honey, think of the money. Think of the money. But anyway, so that's what's happening in Monaco. There's a lot of speculation there. But a really cute story came out is that Princess Charlene surprised a few people who were touring the castle. She came out and hugged them and posed for selfies, and I thought that was adorable. She is a very beautiful, picturesque woman, in my opinion. Not a lot of people could get away with that haircut. I think she's gorgeous. She really is. And I wish her well. I really do. But I think there's something going on. So we have another European royal to talk about. Crown Princess Victoria of Sweden celebrated a big milestone birthday this week, turning 45. Crown Princess Victoria of Sweden is celebrating her birthday with a horse-drawn carriage ride straight out of a fairy tale. Now, she is the oldest daughter and heir apparent to King Carlo XVI of Sweden, and to mark the special occasion, Princess Victoria stepped out at the Swedish royal family's summer residence, Solliden Palace, with her husband, Prince Daniel, and their two children, Princess Estelle, 10, and Prince Oscar, 6. After hearing a children's choir perform, the family loaded into a carriage to travel in a horse procession through the town. The birthday celebrations will continue at Borgholm Castle with Princess Victoria's family members, including her brother, Prince Carl Philippe, and sister Princess Madeline. Now, during the festivities, Princess Victoria always awards a recipient of the Victoria Scholarship, and this year's scholarship recipient is an alpine skier by the name of Ebba Arjo, who won 2 gold medals and a bronze in downhill at the Paralympics in Beijing. The evening will end with a concert featuring performers Thomas Leiden, Tom Janis, Victor Lascaux, and Jonathan Johansson. Now, the palace, in celebration of her 45th birthday, released a beautiful new portrait. She looks stunning. Happy birthday to Crown Princess Victoria. Well, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave me your comments below. What do you think about Rose Hulse being an African American and successfully marrying into the British aristocracy? And what do you think about the Monaco royals? Do you think there's trouble in paradise? Leave me your comments below, guys. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel. And be sure to check out all of my social media accounts. And I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.